Good, good. Can you talk about just the first, true road environment? I guess that's probably an area of emphasis, right? Communication.
Yes, sir. I've heard a lot of things about the Auburn experience, the atmosphere. Something I'm personally looking forward to just because it'll be my first time. So I look forward to taking on the challenge.
Do you have any problems doing your job in terms of sounds in Charlotte or Vanderbilt with hearing what you need to hear?
Believe it or not, it can be loud, but not nearly as loud as you think it is. Once you're locked into the game, it's kind of just, it becomes second nature. It just kind of turns on for you.
What's the best way of having a veteran quarterback like Stetson? I mean, how does he help in a situation like this, playing with noise, with silent counts or whatnot? How much has he helped, something like this?
Well, I think the great thing that our quarterbacks do is that it definitely add a calming factor to the game. They stay calm, they lead in the right way, they lead in a positive manner. So I think just having that veteran experience from all of our quarterbacks, really, in my opinion, I think it just helps, calm guys down and keep a level head throughout the game.
Do you guys go with a clap count, or how do you do a silent count in a stadium that's that loud?
We usually use the same cadence we always use throughout practice. We haven't had any issues as far as having to modify a cadence yet. Not something that we necessarily are looking to do, but if it happens, you just adjust. Things like that.
What steps do you feel that the offensive line has taken these last 2 or 3 weeks to get
Can you repeat that one more time?
What steps do you believe the offensive line has taken these last 2 or 3 games up till right now?
The steps the offensive line has taken. I feel it's just been a step of being intentional, in my opinion. I think we have been really intentional about, footwork and IDs and just, really honing in on what Coach Luke has been preaching to us. In my opinion, I feel like that's where the step has been taken. I feel like just really being intentional and, taking coaching for face value of what it is.
Kirby was talking a little bit about how much it meant to y'all to be able to run the football over the weekend. I mean, what kind of confidence does that give you guys kind of going forward and be able to show that you guys can, really push the guys around?
Well, definitely, it brings a great sense of confidence. I think just being able to have that monkey off your back in the sense of just like, man, we were dominant. We were able to just come out and do what Georgia football does. So I think it has a great sense of confidence. I know that at least for the offensive line, it's something that we look to, continue to do. So it just really brings in on, just doing what we like to do.
Well, just following up on that, I know you were talking about silent count and keeping that cadence.
Sir.
The importance of getting their home crowd out of the game, running the ball will do that, right?
Yes, sir.
That's get back to more basic pattern, I think.
We haven't really focused on a game plan yet. It's Monday early. Honestly, I just got out of class, so a lot of the things I don't really have answers for is that right now. But definitely, taking their fan base out of the game would be a big factor, a part of the game.
So what's it like to go up against Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter in practice?
It's amazing for me. It's amazing for me because every day is competitive. Every day you get better. A lot of the times, you'll lose a rep or you'll win a rep. And, you'll get really excited or you'll get really down. And you kind of just have to realize, man, you're going against some of the best defensive linemen in the country. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. So just every day increasing, your value to the team and really just getting better. I think it really, really helps me. And just also, too, having the support from those guys, man. I may lose a rep to JD. JD may, completely mess over me, but, just have him hey, man, keep going. You're actually, really good. You push me to be better. So just having that aspect, it really, really helps.
How much is the offensive line, do you think, close that gap? I mean, obviously, this is a salty, experienced defensive line, and you guys seem to be growing together. How much has that gap closed, do you think, since even spring drills?
Can you elaborate on the gap you're talking about?
Between the Georgia defensive line and the Georgia offensive line, you talk about going against them in practice.
Well, I don't really look at it as a gap. I like to think of it as, iron sharpens iron, because just like those guys get us better, we get those guys better. So, it's the same thing, We go out there and compete every day, and, some days we get the better of them, some days they get the better of us.
Can you kind of talk about playing Payne Walker and, what are some positives that he has to bring your team?
Payne Walker, that's my guy, man. One thing I can say about Payne has always been positive, man. Every time you see him, usually has a smile on his face. He tries to, encourage guys and things like that. And the thing that I like about this team is that, people take criticism and they take, coaching, encouragement, all of those things from, you know, special teams guys because we view everybody on this team the same. We view everybody on this team as an equal. So that's really something that I like because, man, I can tell you, like, from personal experience, there's been days I've came in, summer workouts, things like that, and I just wasn't feeling it. Payne Walker, Jay Camarda, you know, Pod, guys like that, they said, come on, we need you. Let's go. So that is like a tremendous help, especially with those guys being so much older.
Did you have a chance to watch much of the LSU Auburn game?
Actually, I did. Because, you know, I have, you know, friends and stuff that play for LSU, so it's always good for me just to watch those guys play. So I did get a chance to watch it. I was really impressed with Auburn's defense. I think it'll be a good challenge for us this week.
Payne was saying that, you know, learning about people's whys, as I've said, Jack's is like fear of failure or pressure to succeed or whatever it might be. Just how have you seen him, I guess, sort of deal with that throughout the season? Obviously, he struggled early and he's hit 5 or 6 in a row or whatever. Just how have you seen him sort of handle that throughout the season?
Are you talking about Payne?
Jack Valdez.
Oh, Jack. You're talking about Jack. My bad. Sorry about that. One thing I can say about Jack and how he's been battling, I don't know if you guys know, but Jack is a pretty quiet guy. He doesn't really talk too much. But one thing I can say about him, man, he always goes out of his way to brighten people's day. And I genuinely feel like just him being a team player and a guy that brings light to others, that's how he gets through, in my personal opinion. I feel like just him brightening up other people's day, giving a, hey man, how you doing? How's your faith going with Christ? I don't know how other people are with their religion, but I just know that like guys on the team, you know, just him having those type of conversations, it really helps him get through what he goes through.
You mentioned hearing about the Auburn environment. I'm wondering, is that from veteran teammates, or is that from coaches or fans, or what have you heard?
A little bit of everything, honestly. A little bit of everything. And also just growing up a college football fan, you know. I was a huge Cam Newton fan growing up, which is like kind of ironic, but, you know, I was a huge fan of that. So when you kind of see those things growing up and you envision yourself playing in those environments, so it's a little bit of everything, you know, watching it as a kid, coaches, players, a little bit of everything.
What's it going to be like to see D-Rob wearing Auburn colors when you guys are with him in the spring still and he's on this offense?
Can you repeat that?
D-Rob, we're talking about D-Rob.
Oh, D-Rob, yeah.
Yeah, switching and going up against you guys.
I mean, I think it'll be refreshing in the sense of, man, you know, D-Rob was a very good friend of us. You know, he was a teammate, he was family. So honestly, just seeing him being able to play and, you know, get some valuable reps for himself, I think it'll be refreshing for us just because, you know, we want the best for him, man. We love D-Rob, you know, had nothing bad to say about him. So just being able to see him, you know, do what he loves to do, it'll be refreshing for us. But at the end of the day, it's business. We want to win this game. I know they want to win this game, you know. Talk to him after.
How far back does your Cam Newton fandom go? Does it go back to when he was at Auburn?
Yeah, definitely. I can remember being a kid. I used to play flag football. I was actually the starting quarterback for our flag football team. And I used to wear like the Superman socks because I wanted to be like Cam Newton, all types of stuff, man. I can remember since a little boy just wanting to be like him.
When did you lose your snaps at quarterback? Did you just get too big for that?
Yeah, you know, once you have to start putting on pads in New Orleans, you know, there's a weight limit. So, yeah, you can't play quarterback at 100-something pounds and you're like 12. So,
You still kind of think. I mean, part of you playing center is obviously doing some reading at the front. And you think that's part of why the position appeals to you because of some of the control and.
I think so because I can remember even back then, like, well, obviously it's different seeing safety rotations and things like that between being the center and the quarterback because one you're standing up, one you're down. So it's a little bit different. But I think that does help me in the sense of I can remember even back then being able to see like safety rotations and things like that. You know, so I definitely think it helps me, and maybe that's why, you know, God put me in this position.
Mm-hmm. I gotta ask you, how good a quarterback were you? I mean, were you a scrambler, you big arm guy, pocket guy?
I mean, I ran if I had to, but I think we won 2 championships and 1 undefeated season, so we're pretty good. Credit to my guys back at home, though.
What age was that?
I was in middle school, so really I played it from 5th grade to 8th grade. I didn't really start playing contact football until like my 7th grade year. So.
Okay, that's all for today with Sedrick. Thanks, y'all.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you.